A dog lay a garbage dump where no one dared to look twice. Amongst the flies and filth, a stray dog, once someone's pet, now skin and bone, dragged himself across the jagged ground, searching desperately for something, anything to eat. He hadn't eaten in days. His ribs pressed sharply against his thin, muddy fur. His legs trembled with each shaky step. Every move seemed to drain what little life was left in him. But he kept going, sniffing, digging, hoping. That tiny spark of survival still flickered within him. There was a place that most people chose to ignore, a large garbage dump on the edge of town. It was a graveyard of forgotten things, and sadly, also of forgotten lives. Among the plastic bottles, rotting food, and rusted metal, a stray dog slowly limped through the mess. He had no name, no owner, no collar, just bones under sagging skin, eyes hollow from exhaustion, and a stomach that hadn't known food in days. This wasn't always his life. He was once a house pet. You could tell by the way he flinched at kindness, as if it reminded him of something he had lost. No one knew how long it had been since he'd been abandoned. Maybe his family moved. Maybe they dumped him when he grew too old, or when money ran low. Maybe he got lost, and no one came searching. But now, the only thing he searched for was scraps to survive. His body swayed as he tried to move toward a torn bread wrapper. He collapsed. He pulled himself forward with his front legs, the back ones refusing to lift. Flies began to buzz around him, mistaking him for something already gone. He closed his eyes. Not because he wanted to, but because his body could no longer stay awake. Even when everything else was gone, finally, his body gave up. He collapsed beside an overturned bucket, his breathing shallow, eyes glassy, tongue dry and cracked. His last bit of strength had been spent. There, surrounded by garbage, he fainted, not from pain, but from hunger so deep it reached his soul, and that's when fate intervened. A young man named Sarah, a volunteer from a local rescue center, was passing by with food scraps for a nearby colony of strays. He spotted the motionless body and rushed over. At first, he thought he was gone. But then, his tail twitched. He was still alive. He scooped him up, tears already streaming down his face. He was weightless, like a bag of feathers. His eyes barely open, but in them was something that broke her heart completely, a look that said, "I tried." He took him to the rescue shelter, where vets worked tirelessly to stabilize him. It took days before he could stand, weeks before he wagged his tail, months before he trusted again. But when he did, he became a gentle soul, hugging everyone he met with his tired but thankful eyes. His story was shared on social media. Millions watched the footage of him fainting at the dump and his transformation later. People cried, some couldn't finish the video. Many commented, "This broke me," others said, "I never knew how much a dog could endure." Today, he has a name, Hope. He lives with Sarah now, sleeping on warm blankets and eating real meals. Never from the garbage again, because even when life threw him away like trash, he still fought to live.